Want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute. Before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it. Hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on. Here with me alone for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trail Blazers going up against the New York Knicks. Checking out New York, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And Damian Lillard has been in the top tier of point guards ever since he came into the league. You never hear much about him being the best point guard, but he has to be right up there. I mean, he's got to be right up. No, but he's got to be right up there.
Yeah, he's underrated, though. The fans underrate him.
The point I'm trying to make, Kenny, if you let me finish, he's got to be right up there.
Okay, I thought you said
Is he got to be right up there?
He's up there. I'm just saying that we don't hear about him being the best because he's
not.
But he is close. He is close. He's in the top.
Kind of reminds me of what I said. He's up there.
He's up there.
How close is he up there?
I mean, he's up there pretty close. He gets overlooked by the media, and but he's as good as any scorer at the point guard position in the league. He's up there.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you found this
entertaining.
He's
not the best, though.
He's up there.
If you didn't find it entertaining, I hope at least you found it time-consuming. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. The Knicks swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Hello, Kevin. Well, Blazers head coach Terry Stotts is one of the more respected offensive minds in the game. He said, "I like to give our players freedom to read the defense and make plays. I like philosophically that I don't know who's going to get the shot. That's going to cause a problem for the defense. Keep them guessing, Kevin."
And as always, thanks to you, that kind of unpredictability helps in some settings, can cause many matchup problems for the D. Now here we are, Doris, two teams that make a living feasting off the glass. Great rebounding teams. What kind of temperament does that breed for tonight's game?
Well, I think we can expect an incredibly physical matchup. Tremendous effort from both sides. Because of that physicality, though, Kev, emotions could run high.
And so off the tip, it's New York. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, you've got Lee. Enes Kanter is out there with Beasley. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Moutier in at the 1 spot.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Lillard with the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now here's Moutier. And stolen by Lillard. By himself. and then Lillard slams it in.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. There's a screen by Cantor. Now here's Moutier, covered by Lillard. Beasley kicks to Lee. 6 to shoot. Moutier, no good. Harkless with it, working on Lee. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got his first basket of the night. Moutier with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Back to Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev. Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Here's Cantor. Al-Farouq Amino picking up that last basket. Moutier, no good.
He does the hard part, gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one is on Beasley. And one of the most dangerous shooters in the league, Damian Lillard, only needs a sliver of daylight, Greg, to get that baby off.
Yeah, I mean, he'll brush off the comparisons to Steph Curry, but he presents some of the same problems for the defense. Deep range, a quick release, and just one of the nastiest step-back jumpers in the game.
First one falls for him. No good on the second free throw. And for the Blazers, Greg, you could make the case they possess the second-best backcourt in the NBA after the Splash Brothers with Lillard and McCollum.
Yeah, certainly offensively. I mean, they're just about unguardable. The questions begin at the other end. And when you factor in defense, I think you can find some debate there as some other groups tend to do a better job on that side of the ball.
Poke loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Knicks.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from three-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Cantor, the pass to Hardaway. Cranes the three-pointer.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Right, you like the mindset so far, Greg. If you give them room to drain it, they'll do just that.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Knicks trail by 6. Moutier kicks to Cantor. And a wide open look for Lee. Off target from three-point range. Shoots from 12. And again, it's Portland converted.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field.
Knocks it loose. And now Portland on the break. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, but what a tremendous effort, Kevin. I thought they were coming all the way back. Such a terrific fourth quarter of basketball, but they just could not get over the hump.
some numbers for Damian Lillard. 6th in scoring, 7th in free throw percentage, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
The free throw good from Moutier.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
Easily outside. The shot's good from Cantor.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Here's Lillard. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm, and more recently you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Knicks trail by 9. There's a screen by Cantor. To the inside. It's stolen by Aminu. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Drops in the breakaway layup. Lillard's got 13 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Poked away. Beats it. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Man, hard to believe already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Boy, they have come out strong. They've controlled the pace, asserted their will. Wow.
Now the dish to Moutier. There's Lee with the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
The 3. Lee with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 13. Here's Lillard, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against New York. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Well, free throws good from Lillard. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Now here's Moutier. Will it go? Rebound by Nurkic.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
It's good. Lillard's got 21.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Doors, with the NBA draft becoming of greater interest to the casual fan, plenty of household names making big splashes. But who are some of the young players? You take a look at the list on the rise who have done it rather quietly, maybe without the headlines.
I think you'd have to look at a player like Domantas Sabonis. Sabonis, of course, the son of the great Arvydas Sabonis, has been around the game from the time he was born. And I think what you see with Domantas is this incredible feel for the game. Shot making, play making, rebounding ability, exceptional within the context of a system. I'd say quietly Sabonis is going to be a tremendous player.
I saw a lot of Clint Capella down at Houston in the playoffs last year. He comes to mind as well.
That's a great point. Guy runs the floor hard. He's the perfect foil for James Harden in the screen and roll action. That's another great example, Kev. Well, Jeff Hornacek was chosen to be the head coach of the New York Knicks with the understanding that the triangle offense would be part of the system put in place. Now with the change in the front office, that is no longer the case, guys.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Enes Kanter. And Trey Burke subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. It's Beasley on the wing, trying to find Burke, gets it to him, and he lays it straight in. Well, Hornacek probably more comfortable with an up-tempo modern style, and Doris will see what he does with this new offensive freedom. Here's Aminu. Can't hit that one. Good D by Lee. Knicks trail by 19. Burke with it, picked up by Turner. Burke can't get it to go.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release. That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
Lee dishes to O'Quinn. And he can't bank that one in. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. Nurkic can't hit. On the wing, Lee, covered by Lillard. Got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard attacking, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2.
The Trailblazers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Take a break, take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls for the Knicks. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Beasley. Troy Williams comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Hardaway. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Knicks trail by 20. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. The finish, and Lillard throws it down.
Yeah, you got to enjoy seeing Lillard fire away here. An awesome scorer who can just take over games all by himself.
Burke, the pass to Thomas. Back to Burke, shoots over Nurkic. Nurkic with the block.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doubled by McCollum. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Trailblazers.
and everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by McCollum. Thomas sets a screen for Burke. 6 to shoot.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Boy, you got to give it to the big fella from Norfolk State. O'Quinn making his presence felt on the second chance opportunities.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half.
Now, here's O'Quinn. 14 points from him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Yours, you ended a very successful college career a few years before professional women's basketball was fully established. How much do you wish you could have had a chance to go pro and play in what is now the WNBA?
How about this, Kev? The last 10 minutes of my senior season, the last 10 minutes of my final game, I'd blow out my knee. Otherwise, I would have gone to either Sweden or Ireland to play professionally. But sure, of course I wish the WNBA was formed. It came 10 years after my graduation in 1987. Oh, what could have been.
Yeah. And Doris is thriving, right? I mean, there is such a following for the WNBA.
Last year's finals may be the most competitive in history. It's really grown leaps and bounds.
So fun to watch. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Davis comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's Pat Connaughton in for McCollum. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Back to Williams. Double team on Williams. And O'Quinn kicks to Williams. Picked by O'Quinn. 5 to shoot. Williams against Turner. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Shabazz Napier's checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. In the corner, Napier with it. Lets it go from deep. The Knicks pull it in. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That's his first foul. The Knicks shooting just 35% to start the game. Burke dishes to Williams. Back to Burke.
And you know what? Call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring.
Turner. And he banks in the layup. Turner's got his first bucket in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Leonard brings the double team. Here's Ntilikina. And the Knicks miss again. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
I think, Greg, they didn't let the crowd or the noise get to them, and they have to be happy with how they played and executed on the road in that one.
New York shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both. And Portland with the ball. Here's Turner. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
O'Quinn with it. Leonard picks him up. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Burke. Davis against Williams. Here's Ntilikina. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
On the wing, Davis. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Burke kicks to Williams. Here's O'Quinn. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. O'Quinn's got his second basket of the game. Outside Leonard for the three. It's rebounded by New York. Now Williams still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
And so it's Portland in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of business.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Feels like they're getting a lot of deflections, hands-on basketballs resulting into steals. This has been pretty to watch.
Lengthy pair of Davis and Leonard are the big men. Then it's Turner. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Turner with the steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Fellas, Al-Farouq Aminu has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4, and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender, and I want the league to recognize that. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. Outside Williams, double team on Williams. To the middle, here's Hicks. It's good, the assist that time from Burke.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Davis can't get it to go. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. To the wing on the left. Here's Ntilikina. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Your heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
One trend we've seen, Doris, is the shift away from one primary ball handler toward a more collective approach. Do you think that change is here to stay?
Well, it'll be interesting. I do think the NBA is very much a copycat league. So you think back to the 90s and the slow-down, grinded battles between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. to now the pace and space offenses that is so much fun for us to watch. What's the next evolution? We saw the San Antonio Spurs play big. Is there a team that wants to reformulate the NBA, find success? As you know, everybody's trying to beat the champ, and right now the champ is all about pace and space and equal opportunity offense.
Indeed. Shots good by Hicks.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast.
Leonard attacking. Ntilikina with the rebound.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Davis, the pass to Napier. It's tipped. Outside Williams. And the pass to Cantor. Cantor sets the pick for Moutier. Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Tell you, Cantor demonstrating what a good teammate this guy is. He's selfless enough to give up his body.
Here's Harkless. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Harkless has got 10. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And for Mo Harkless, Greg, a one and done as we know out of St. John's, then first played in the NBA with Orlando, but he has found a role, it seems, with the Trailblazers.
Yeah, and think of it, the Magic basically gave him away. Felt he wasn't aggressive enough and not a good enough shooter. He's gained confidence here in Portland and parlayed that into a long-term contract.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they've got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
So for the Knicks, Lee comes in for Williams, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Ntilikina. Now here's Moutier. He's tightly guarded to the paint. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it. The center he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Moutier dishes to Hardaway. Cantor sets the pick for Hardaway. It's stolen by Davis. By himself, a huge slam, the perfect end of a fast break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And there's the foul. Will go on Shabazz Napier. That is his first foul of the game. Nurkic checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Pat Connaughton. Here's Hicks. He's guarded by Davis. That's tipped. Here's Moutier. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his third rebound tonight. Harkless with it. He's picked up by Lee. The shot by Harkless, no good. Knicks have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
And checking out the stats for Hardaway. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging about 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for New York. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York needs to get off a shot. And the Knicks miss again. The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. They grabbed their own miss. Good. Aminu's got 6.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Aminu. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Lillard.
And you look at the chart, and you see they have done a lot of their damage in the mid-range game. So often teams will try to force everything at the hoop or only rely on the 3 to score, but they have seen what the defense is giving them and taken every open look they found.
Here's Hardaway. New York, no good that time either. For Portland, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Well, we've got a second, so we'll bring up a list of shooting guards that have been red hot at the free throw line over the past month. 5th, Tim Hardaway Jr.
We've gotten used to seeing a lot of terrific free throw shooters from the 2-guard ranks, but even so, it shouldn't take away from what these players have been able to do up there.
You know, that's a very steady bunch at the line, no doubt about that. In any kind of clutch situation, if it's one of those players shooting the big free throw, you can be sure he's going to come through.
They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Moutier. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Hardaway with a wide open look. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Cantor. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. That one goes in. He's got 8.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pulls up on the wing. The shot misses. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
To the inside. Cantor's shot is off. And for Portland, they're shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Harkless with the bucket.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Moutier. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Beasley left side. Lee outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Beasley. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Two shots. Max on the first.
First free throw is good. Doris, one result of the new CBA, minimum contracts increasing 45%. That's a big help to the NBA's working class, I think.
Well, I don't think there's any question that you see increasingly role players, someone like Draymond Green, whose value has not necessarily translated in terms of points per game, but his value to winning can't be calculated. And you're right. You see important role players and guys below the superstar level increasingly becoming better compensated. And, hey, listen, there's more of the pie to go around. Who doesn't enjoy a little more cherry pie, Kev?
Yeah, good thoughts. Good thoughts. Pass to Moutier. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Outside Thomas. They get a hand on it. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself.
Costly there. Just a loss of focus leads to the ball going the other way.
Well, he simply wasn't paying attention. Coughed it up. Got to be more assertive and strong with the basketball.
Moutier kicks to Beasley. New York moving it around. And here's Kanter. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
Well, you can tell Kanter uses his size to survey the floor, and he's really good at finding the holes in the defense with his passing.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. New York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Al-Farouq Aminu, the 8th overall pick back in 2010. He's found his niche as a defensive-minded, small ball power forward.
And Kevin, think about that 7'3" wingspan, which will help him defend against bigger, stronger players. And his skill game, though, still looking for some consistency in the offense.
Beasley the screen, right side Thomas. Thomas with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Here's the break. Here's Lillard. Drops in the layup for 2. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
Goes back up. Aminu misses.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Turner's checked in for Maurice Harkless. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Burke comes in for Moutier. Burke with it. Lillard picks him up. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Rockets. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Trailblazers, a couple spots below.
And when you look at Portland, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
I don't know of anyone who thought the road to the championship would travel through their building this season, but that just may be the case.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Nurkic, and it's Pat Connaughton in for McCollum. Here's Ntilikina. Turner comes with the double team and stolen by Lillard. Goes up and Turner throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Pass to Ntilikina. Outside Williams to stop the drought. Portland grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lillard, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Lillard's got 34 points. The Knicks shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And becoming impatient, that's not how you're going to catch up.
Really, that's unacceptable. Patience is paramount when you're trying to cut the lead, and they didn't have it there.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Davis is checked in. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Lillard. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. That's 36 points for Lillard.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Burke kicks to O'Quinn. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jump shot. O'Quinn's got 6 points.
What you like about O'Quinn in the mid-range is how quickly he pulls up for that shot. I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
For Portland, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
One shot.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard.
And he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first quarter when he was in attack mode, drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Outside Williams, back to Thomas. Here's O'Quinn. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Trailblazers running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Terry Stotts. Coach, what has gone right for your team so far?
Well, we've got a lot of energy. Getting stops and getting runouts was the biggest difference.
And that gets your guards involved early in the offense. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have an exhilarated home crowd joining us for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaq. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He ended up with 39 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
First off, Damian Lillard was all world in the first half. Tremendous scoring instincts. His craftiness with the basketball makes him hard to stick with defensively. And he has the it factor that all great leaders exude.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back to a beautiful aerial view of the I-5 freeway as it flows over the Willamette River here in Portland, Oregon. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
You know, my favorite thing, Greg, I think he showed no fear in attacking the defense. He got on the interior with ease.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. And for Portland, they're shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. Lee out there with Beasley. Then it's Moutier. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. Beasley with the screen on Lillard. Here's Moutier. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
New York shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Moutier. And here's Portland. Tries to save it. Outside Hardaway. Now here's Moutier. Shot clock at 6. He kicks it to Lee. Nurkic with the double team. On its way from Beasley for 2, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Beasley's got 12 points in the game. Nobody near Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. And here are the Knicks. Moutier passes to Kanter. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 4 rebounds in this game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Evan?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Boy, we're getting to the stretch run, and this guy has not cooled off. He is not about to let this lead slip away.
There's a screen by Kanter, and stolen by Lillard. It's good. Lillard's got 47 points.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Lee kicks to Kanter. Over in the corner, Moutier hits the 3-point bomb. 12 points for him. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Kanter sets the pick for Lee. Back to Moutier. Nurkic with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Off on the layup.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Beasley against Aminu. Beasley kicks to Lee. Poked away. It's stolen by Aminu. Here's Harkless. Good D by Hardaway.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
Yeah, second chance points. Gotta love the way they attack the offensive glass there, even with a huge lead.
I'll tell you, Greg, there's no let-up in how they play. They want to dominate every aspect, and that includes second chance points.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
All alone, and McCollum throws it down hard.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Yes, you love that they're not settling for anything outside the paint. Excellent work getting right to the tin.
Hardaway for three. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in the second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Moutier dishes to Hardaway. Kanter with a screen on McCollum. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Knocks down the three ball. Moutier's got two now from beyond the arc in the third for the Knicks. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Napier's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Hicks checked in for Enes Kanter. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Beasley against Aminu. Hardaway from outside. That shot misses. And it's Portland the other way. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Trailblazers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Two shots. Last on the first.
That's good from Harkless. Harkless hits them both. Here's Moutier. 15 points in the game. Lee outside. Back to Moutier. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Moutier kicks to Beasley. Harkless with the steal. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harkless has got 11 in the second half.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Here's a look at some stats for Beasley. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Then for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn. He's checked in for Beasley. And it's Burke in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Turner. And Turner throws it down.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? The Knicks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. No good from Lee. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The drive by Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Lee against Turner. The feed to O'Quinn. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Napier. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
Burke, the pass to Hardaway. Back to Burke. Drills it from outside. Burke's got 7 points.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Stolen by O'Quinn. Lee outside. He dishes it to Burke. Poked away. Nurkic with the steal. And now Portland on the break. And finished off by Nurkic.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. On the wing, Lee. A 3-ball. Cans it from downtown. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Their 3-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half. Oh, fellas, that was a vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Knocks it loose. Harkless with the steal. And oh, the jam by Harkless.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Burke kicks to O'Quinn. Hardaway from outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Now here's Harkless. He's guarded closely. If it counts, Harkless has got 39.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Hicks can't get it to go.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
For New York, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Back to Burke. Turner comes with the double team. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Having an efficient 3-point attack, very tough to defend. Let's see some of the best. The Trailblazers third.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Napier. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
To the inside, O'Quinn. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists in the game.
You know, that right there is a great example. O'Quinn has got great hands, so he can step out or bang inside with the best of them. Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
Pass to Hicks. Picked by O'Quinn. Nurkic with the steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. And finish off by Nurkic.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. The Knicks shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. They get a hand on it. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. This past month, he's really set himself apart. 15th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. And he can't get the first one. A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Davis comes in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Pat Connaughton in for C.J. McCollum. And then for New York, Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Hicks. Williams comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Hardaway. And he's good on the second. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Davis with the double team. Kicks it to Thomas. Right wing. Tries a three. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
I'll tell you, the feed puts them in prime position to convert. The assist was where it needed to be.
Williams with the ball. Picked up by Turner. They get a hand on it. Turner with the steal. For the finish. And Turner throws it down. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Burke with it. 7 points in the game. Williams can't get it to go. And it's Turner off the drive. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Trey Burke. And he makes the first. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Portland. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Ntilikina. Poked away. Turner with the steal. Finished off the break. Turner's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Dishes it to Burke. Turner with the steal. And Turner with a clear path to the rack. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Turner's got 18 points. Burke doesn't go for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, good rhythm to the game at both ends. Get the ball moving down there. Good screens, good decisions, all right? Make sure we come up with the rebound.
And Terry Stotts likes what he's seeing overall, just wants to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Yeah, I think as long as they keep working together and take care of the little things, they're going to be poised to do more damage.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Lengthy pair of Davis and Leonard are the big men. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Layman in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And the transition D right now, just non-existent.
And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That's his first foul. Of course, not too long ago, changes were made to the intentional foul rule. In your observation, has this made a positive difference?
Well, I certainly love that the away from the play fouls were extended to include the last 2 minutes of each period. I don't think you should necessarily give an advantage to a team that is playing from behind by intentionally fouling a poor free throw shooter. So that's one. I do believe now the bigger issue in the NBA has become these shooting fouls where the shooter is launching himself into a defender. I think that the NBA will take a hard look at that and make any necessary change, Kev.
Totally agree, Doris. And I don't want to pinpoint one player, but James Harden has made that an art form.
That's correct.
Here's Ntilikina. Got a piece of it. Here's Davis. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 13 points for Ed Davis.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Davis with the double team. Here's Thomas. Good on the 13-footer.
Oh, what an advantage to have a big who can spot up and deliver when his number is called.
And finished off by Davis.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside Thomas. Buries it from three-point range. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Wasted no time on that one.
That was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Davis, and he drops it in from the low post. Davis has got 19 points.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
There's a screen. Inside, here's Thomas. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Thomas got 10 points in just the second half.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
I'll tell you, this guy will not stop pouring it on. It doesn't matter what approach they've tried to use against him. He has had an answer for everything.
Double team on Thomas, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
And here's Portland. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Layman. No good that time. Excellent D from Thomas. New York's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. New York moving the ball around. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Williams. And the slam by Williams.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
Doris, much to the chagrin of basketball purists, we're seeing the near extinction of the mid-range game. Is there a way to reverse this trend?
Kevin, I don't know that we're seeing the extinction of it, and I would point directly to the Finals MVP, Kevin Durant, because if you look at some of his success, it is directly in the mid-range. Russell Westbrook has some effect in the mid-range. I mean, listen, certainly the priority is on layup and three, but I don't think we've seen the extinction of the mid-range. I think this is a cyclical type of situation in the NBA, very much the way we've gone away from a low-post center. Would a player that's a next-level, next-generation kind of player change our thinking about that? Let's see. The game is always in a constant state of evolution.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Launches a three, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Outside Thomas. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Lehman. And New York with a change here, too. Hicks is checked in. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Turner comes with the double team. The pass to Hicks. Williams with a clean look. The three-pointer no good. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. They grab their own miss, and he comes up with the deuce. And that's now 29 points for Ed Davis.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Williams inside. He's covered by Aminu. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Here's Ntilikina. Turner covering. The dish to Thomas. There's the screen to the paint. Here's Ntilikina. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Doris, when you look at the NBA draft lottery, so many of the top guys coming out are one-and-dones. How is that, you think, affecting the way the NBA game is played and coached?
Well, obviously it can take time because the one-and-dones are typically 18, 19, or 20, somewhere in that age range. So you wonder about maturity. Their skill sets are probably going to be, a little bit slower to develop. It's enough of a concern that Commissioner Adam Silver has addressed it. Whether or not the player representation will allow that rule to be changed about the one-and-dones remains to be seen.
Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Williams. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Davis. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Davis has got 33. New York's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Knocked away. Thomas outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Well, you love how the ball is popping outside on the perimeter. It's being moved and finding the open man, and they're cashing in.
Knicks have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Leonard brings the double team. Outside Williams. He feeds it to Thomas. Pass to Ntilikina. And not sure what he was thinking there. Here's Connaughton. Count that one.
I don't think the pass could be better placed. That's a great assist.
New York's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Turner comes with the double team. It's Thomas outside. Again, Thomas missing. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Here's Williams, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Doris, looking at the way the playoffs are set up, the top 8 teams from each conference get in. So at what point might the league eliminate divisions altogether?
I don't think that's far in the future, to be perfectly honest with you. What I'm as curious about, Kevin, is would they ever seed the teams regardless of Eastern or Western Conference, because there seems to be some disparity in level of competition. Is that something you'd like to see, Kevin, where the teams are simply seeded 1 through 16 based on record?
I don't think I'd mind it, Doris, but I do like the fact that, kind of like in the other sports, where you don't have the familiarity, but you always think about what would it be like to see a 5-game series, Cleveland Golden State, whereas in the regular season, just there and at home. And there's something, I think, kind of mysterious, and you can project so many different things. It's great fodder before a series begins.
No question. It'll be very interesting to see which direction the league goes in.
And both free throws good for Williams.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Leonard with the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And the Knicks with possession here. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. There's Williams with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
Now, Moutier. Back to Cantor. New York moving it around. Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. Leonard drops in the layup for 2. Leonard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
That's an example of great communication. He knows the spot to get to, and the pass is waiting for him.
Pass to Ntilikina. To the middle. Here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, everything starts with a great pass, right? That's really pretty.
The Knicks shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Leonard brings the double team. Cantor with it. Picked up by Davis. Cantor's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Leonard. He goes up again, and that's 2 points on the layup.
He just punishes you on the backboard. I mean, it's pretty deflating for a team trailing big and still giving up second chance opportunities.
You know, I think he senses a team on the ropes, and he's looking to put them away. That killer instinct is shining through once again.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Moutier kicks to Williams. Williams double team. Passes it to Hicks. Knocks it loose. There's the feed to Cantor. 5 to shoot, but he gets it back. That's his 7th miss and 12 shot attempts.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket. Hey, the defense is content to let him prove he can make that shot, and so far, he cannot.
Here's Leonard. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Here's Leonard and the powerful one-handed slam.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're leading. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep, Williams. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And Leonard gets it to go.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.